Hi Collective, welcome back to the channel. This is my corner of the internet where we cuss out everybody and we don't care. So if you're sensitive to those types of words, this might not be a channel for you, but I am a very honest reader. I am a seer, I am claircognizant, I am clairvoyant, clairaudient, many other things. But that's not the video we're going to get into today. But I really wanted to do a oracle reading, such a random oracle reading. I'm gonna pick them like this. Okay, we have proper burial for freedom, sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. We're gonna need a book for that because this is one of the newer decks I have. Proper burial for freedom. Ain't that something we've been all collectively going through? Taking the time to properly bury our past. Yeah, I did have to repeat the alphabet to find the P. It is before S. That is the... Anyway, proper burial for freedom. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die. Though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen, Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. Which is, of course, the logical consensus we've come to just by reading the card. So, I'm getting this energy of being super excited about something, being ready to take on the new world from a new lens, from a new perspective. Because your old life has just, you have outgrown it in every single sense of the word, every single meaning of the word. And you have come out enchanted, blessed, balanced, is what I'm hearing. So Osiris here in the card, he's holding a staff with an ankh, and in his other hand he's holding what looks like some sort of pottery with some spirit coming out of it. There's a moon behind him, or what looks like a morph of sun and moon. So there's a small reading I did yesterday for myself, and I got I took out 8 oracles. The first one was spring, the last one was winter, and in the middle it was the moon and the sun. And this kind of reminds me of that, where you and I, Collective, we have been through it. Our old lives are just not a fond memory, right? And it's been our whole life up until this point. Now somehow the energy has shifted with the spring coming in. This is a timeless message, so whenever you're watching this, the timeline you are in is your new season, your new cycle, your new dharmic cycle. And it's because you have balanced your solar and lunar forces, or are balancing your solar and lunar forces. You are willing to express yourself and express those parts of your past, and be public with it, or, you know, get it to the right organ for solution. So I'm seeing police station in my mind's eye, but that's just how I relate to the story. Even though I haven't been to the police station, I was thinking of doing, you know, one of those reports Because what if somebody else in a similar position as I was in, thinking it was love, what if somebody else is going through that same thing and the birds just started going off? So yeah, we're here to communicate, right? We're here to sing it out, to yell it out, to do whatever it takes to get it out. Okay, we got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. But those are the parts within you. You needed to re-establish, like, am I the narcissist here? Am I truly an empathetic person, or am I just sympathizing with the people? Or, you know, who am I? What's going on? How can I balance my masculine and my feminine energies? And how can I clear my ways to communicate everything I need to communicate, right? As 0606 shows on the timer, I wanted to say I was preparing for how I want these things to be set straight, and I was getting like a lung piercing, like somebody stabbed me in my heart. Like I could barely breathe in, and I feel like I need to shift positions because it's painful. So we collective, we needed to shift all of these positions, and we needed to reestablish the things when it comes to intaking a lot of content in, when it comes to narcissism or just dealing with people, being a sensitive soul just here to love. And that's the devil trying us, right? It always sends a man, it always sends a woman to fuck up our our path, our true divine callings. And our true divine calling is to be at peace and to be in love and to be in our heart spaces and to share that with others, not be, you know, deathly afraid of anybody or anything. And I'm being pointed to my Shiva's eye pendant. So, sorry about that. A lot is coming up to the surface. A lot of emotions. A lot is resurfacing. As these memories occur, they're not being pushed back down. They're being examined. Light is being shown on these things as you start to bloom. And the way you process things is very meticulous, analytical, and logical, scientific. So it's been really hard to stay positive, because even though you're a spiritual person, right, your analytical part is holding you back from magic, or your magic is holding you back from seeing things for what they are, as they did with me. But usually that comes from spell work, which is people lying on your name, people lying in your name, or saying nasty things to keep you around, or make you think like you're worth nothing, or that you're small, or that you're insignificant, and so on. Okay, this is not the time to be insignificant, and these are not the people that we will let us push us down. And I saw 0909 on the timer when I looked at it. Okay, we have number 19 with transformation coming out. This is a beautiful light language oracle. And it's this sense that I'm getting, collective, where you have realized and connected back towards the iron core of the earth. You are able to expand now, right? Your field, your aura, your magnetic field, your frequency field, all of your fields are so magnetized that they are pushing away everything that is not of the highest and greatest good. And it's being like everything that is for you is being magnetized towards you, and you could feel this pressure building up, or you might be having problems with pressure as well, like I did today, where I got a bit dizzy out of nothing. I got a bit like hot flashy out of nothing. Could just be like hormonal imbalances or a little cold here and there for most of you guys, but for some part of the collective, I'm definitely getting these are ascension symptoms. You're not actually sick. You are experiencing elevation and leveling, right? So if you have wandered off a bit too much into spirituality, it's calling you to ground yourself. Or if you have been a bit too in the 3D, it's calling you to open up your mind a bit more. It's like we are coming together from both sides, but these sides, I would say there are at least like 12. It's not just north, east, south, and west for me in my Ethereum, but it is 12 arrows that are intermingled through dimensions that we can traverse up and down through. That's why some people circle and some people cycle. That's why some people go around in mazes, whereas some people spiral upwards and out with expansion. And that's you, collective. You are transforming. You have transformed. Your heart space is not here to be, in a setback. It's not here to be closed out and for you to think, oh, I guess I'm the crazy one, I guess I'm the stupid one, right? It's even if people made you think that, made you believe that, you are transforming that, or you have transformed that, where you have recalled your power back and you're like, these are not my emotions, that is your opinion, and I don't give a fuck about what you think about me, and I don't have to prove myself to anybody. And you did one of these, at least one, if not two, or maybe used your feet. Hello. Elephant spirit, learn from the past, with number 25. So this is the spirit of Ganesh coming in, where it's like you could be a younger child of the siblings if you have siblings, and you also might resonate with that black sheep, and or take what resonates. But somehow, doesn't matter, even if you're a single child, it's like this. You've always been made to feel small or insignificant and told to shut up, or somehow your ways of expression were being blocked by force. And Ganesh is coming through here, or the elephant spirit is coming through here to remove these obstacles. I'm being, in my mind's eye, pointed to my 2 small elephants I have here. And these were both gifts, but one is made out of ebony and one is made out of ivory. But I only figured that out like 6 months ago. And I do not condone the use of any living being, parts of their bodies for, especially not for jewelry and for people to wear around. I dislike zoos and so on. Like, I don't visit. I don't condone that. So, but I was being pointed to these 2 elephants, which are kind of like, and it's funny because this ivory one is like very slim, and I have it as a feminine one. It boosts or protects and removes obstacles with my feminine lineage and helps me break those curses. Whereas this ebony one, did I say? So this one's ivory and this one's ebony. And the ebony one is like a chonker, and he's so cute. I don't know, this one is from Thailand, and this one, I don't know where, probably Thailand as well, but I got it probably like 10 years apart, and they both have backstories. But yeah, it's funny, I never noticed this as well. This ivory one has an open mouth, like it's actually a hole. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's like he's singing, like he's you know. And this one doesn't have not even eyes carved out. He's very demure. However, point that I'm trying to make here is, just like I've just seen these elephants when I said that Ganesh, or the elephant spirit, is removing these obstacles and being the protector, coming in as the animal spirit of elephant. I saw these two elephants, the small ones, as your pillars of femininity and masculinity, and 1551 was on the timer when I looked at it. It's like the high priestess card, right? Or the chariot card, where there's this element of balancing the light and the dark. So whereas a lot of people thought you were a certain type of person or a sort of type of way, for instance, they called you a bitch, a narcissist, you name it, whore, right? All of those names. But actually you were not going around and you were celibate or in a relationship. You, what did I say? Fucking haters. Sorry, somebody got offended by the fact that I said whore. I'm sorry to that person in the back. It's fine. You'll get over yourself. Let me recollect my thoughts, because they're not my thoughts. These are the energies of collective, right? So even if people try to stop you mid-sentence, yeah. Especially if you were called like being a narcissist or a bitch, it's like, just because you have one of those faces that you don't want to move a muscle unless it's for like a cute little kitten or a puppy or a little child that is just pure, you are just done with people, and it shows on your face. I relate to this so much. Everything shows on your face, like how you feel, what you're thinking sometimes, and it makes people think you're a bitch or that you're, you know, self-centered. It's actually being protective over yourself and understanding that a lot of these people that are calling you that don't even understand the word boundary. LOL. Let your light shine. Okay, this is like a beautiful collective of love. You're such an empathetic person, and this is your last burial. Like, you're the one that's burying these people, and also this is the last time anybody ever fucking tried to bury you. We have courage, but it came out in reverse. So I'm seeing that it's not coming out in reverse. It's actually, it showed me the motion. So when you turn this card, it's quite trippy, and it's pointing me to the fact that when you were still in stillness, it didn't seem like your hyper focus was on something else, is what I heard. And when you started moving, you started centering as well. So the way you used to spiral, the way you used to cycle was elevated. And it only came from this enormous courage that you have. Oh my God, I wish you could see this, but we're having an overcast day with extra clouds, and it looked like an angel or wings, and now it kind of looks like a Pegasus. Not gonna lie. It's just wings opening up imagery. Yes, I am also a scryer of many things. I scry minerals, rocks, sky, water, you name it. Anyway, you have been courageous collective to have found, for you to have found that inner strength to face all of these fears. You were afraid to maybe even bury these people, because I kind of placed it on Osiris here, even though I just wanted to make space a bit. But it's like you have placed your courage on as that you're the Osiris here, right? You're embodying the energy of Osiris, which means that you have recollected all of your soul fragments. And yes, certain people or energies, even if they weren't physical people, certain energies were helping you to reassemble, even if you did that in solitude, is what I wanted to say. But these spirit guides have reassembled you just like Isis did Osiris. Because you were scattered from all of the jealousy and all of the hatred, you have... I'm seeing a crocodile in the clouds. It's funny. You have placed that courage onto your heart, onto your womb or your reproductive system, your ankh of reproduction organs, and your crown. You are self-crowned, but it's not like you crowned yourself, but through your transformation, the spirit guides around you literally picked each and every mineral for you and each and every precious metal. You could be an Aries. I'm seeing literally a ram in the clouds. So you could be in this, well, we are in Aries season. Happy birthday to me. So you are taking flight in this season whenever you're watching this, but especially if you are Aries or have Aries placements, wherever those placements in your natal chart are, those topics are lighting up. So if you have a Venus or a Moon in Aries, it's your relationships. If it's Mercury in Aries, then it's probably the way you communicate and express these things, and so on and so forth, right? If it's Saturn, it probably has to do your initiation in work. And I saw 2211 and 2222 on the timer as I was speaking that. Let's move forward. Okay, we have the hidden path, the marriage of mind and matter. It's in my native language, but it also has, you know, these Egyptian symbols. It has the sun, the ankh, and the eye of Osiris or Horus. I'm not sure. Correct me in the comments. I'm not well versed in everything, but I know some shit. So we can learn together. Teach me something I don't know, and I'll teach you something you don't know. But it comes out with the number 34, which is speaking to me like, check it if it's an age. So if you're 34, it's also very significant for you, this message that is coming up right now. You are okay, it's for everybody that's still listening to this message. But I'm so excited because there's these two trees, and in the roots being entangled, there are two hearts, and in between there's an ankh. So I'm getting like, if you wanted children or more children, they are coming because there's a merging of the hearts. There's a recognition of the solar force, which is the masculine energy. And this eye is also, even if from whichever one is Osiris or Horus, because one is kind of left-handed and one is right-handed, let's say it like that. So I don't know which is which, but it is masculine energy. So if you're a feminine, this is, and especially if you're 34 years old when you're listening to this message, there's a specific message for you that you are going to be having a child with a certain masculine, but it might still be coming after that process of transformation, because you still need to learn from the past. You still have to have this proper burial first of your past timelines, so you can kind of truly reassess who you want to have kids with and what kind of energy would you like to put together in genealogy? Because a lot of things like that are important to get children who are here to, you know, teach us. So I'm saying this in a sense of avoiding karmic incarnations and trapping of light, which might happen, but for those of you that want children, it's coming. Maybe even two, because there's two hearts, but they are in the roots, so they're in the soil. The seeds are planted. You are already manifesting this. You're already surrounded by the solar forces encouraging you. So whenever you see the sun shining, especially if you're having certain thoughts about this, it's an extra confirmation that the Eye of Osiris is watching over you. So we're gonna say it like this for other people: divine masculine in another dimension is giving you that sign to not give up, to keep moving forward. Even if you're not of the age of 34, you might be getting pregnant at the age of 34, and that might be your first child, and it might be twins. You heard it here first. Okay, let's take one of these. Ooh, seer. It was like it went up in flames. See beyond the current situation. So yes, we have and we are uncovering a lot of veils, especially here on my channel. I hope it doesn't get, you know, shut down or anything like that, because I did have some weird technical problems, and it's funny because I'm intuitive as well. And it's not just intuition, right? We are the Seers Collective. We, in this transformation, have unlocked many powers, and these powers are different for each and every one of us. So there's no point in comparing your and my path, right? But we can learn from each other's experiences, especially when it comes to dealing with false people that were around us. So yeah, ask your soul, what do you want? That is a good question, collective. Tell me in the comments. Tell me if you're comfortable with that. Tell me, what have you asked your soul? What have you asked your soul before this transformation occurs? Or if you are currently in the midst of transformation, what are you asking your soul? What are those quiet questions that you kind of whisper to yourself, like, I don't know, for instance, like, why is, for instance, this is just an objective. I wanted to say, what the fuck? Okay, so just an example. One of the questions I asked my soul in my transformation was, why am I so deserving of all this love? Because I was feeling so undeserving of love, and I kept getting it, and I was like, it increased the feeling of undeserving. And I started asking myself, why am I so deserving of this love? And then it came to, why am I so deserving of this love? And that kind of also shifted my vibration towards, oh my God, I'm actually deserving of all this love, and I cannot thank you enough, and I cannot, you know, show my gratitude enough, because let's not go there, but, you know, I turned towards the positive way of thinking of how come I get these invitations and experiences, and people want me around them, right? When I felt like nobody wants me around, I'm too much, like I'm too loud, my laughter is just fucking annoying, and so on, right? And it wasn't, because I realized that when I was putting myself down the most, it's not just me that, like, I needed that laugh for me and that light. But I also deep down and very surface level knew that the people around me also needed my laugh. They needed somebody to be the loudest so they can be mid-toned, right? Because I'm here to encourage people to express their, it's not to encourage to express your deepest and darkest things, but I'm here to do that because I am an open book and I'm not hiding anything. I'm not ashamed of any part of my life, and I'm here to give you my testimony as to how these demons and life has been treating me so far, and what all it took for me to get to my expressive state, because I've battled this for the past 4 years actively. I wanted to be this, right? I wanted to be here, fearless. But because I wanted to be fearless and I didn't act when I was being called to act so many times before to break all these ices, there's always more ice to break. However, yeah, it's, everything comes in divine timing. I took that step back towards myself many times, and then it stopped being that as well, and I was pushed into this, like I was collecting experiences, like little diary entries, little notes, little cards, little notes to self and letters to self, and little stupid trinkets I could never throw away for reasons unknown. Every single fucking thing on your path makes sense. Why you kept something, why something was hidden in a book for you to find years later, or, you lost something you thought you lost forever and it resurfaces. 32 was on the timer, and a lot of, like, I'm feeling like I need to burp a lot, so I'm really sorry. There's a lot of air movement going on because there is a lot that needs to be expressed. There is a lot that needs resurfacing, and I'm here to show you how to resurface these emotions. I'm showing you how to ask these questions to yourself so you can come to the right answers down the line. Because what has happened in my path is I stopped trusting every single person I know. I only trust dogs, right? And God. Dog and God. But for real, and then when I had to put down my puppy, she was 17 years and 3 months, my love, my baby. And she's right here. She's the one that helps me heal this space. And she's with me everywhere I go on all of my adventures. And she still sometimes spills my coffee because I walk in the dark and I don't say, watch out. Like yesterday, I was walking here where I live and where I used to walk my dog. And, because I'm a scryer, I see everything. Like, I see the littlest details and the most macro details, right? I see everything from, I've been training this for a long time. And I'm walking, and my brain goes on 1,000 kilometers per hour every day, all day. And I went to get some packages in the post. And I felt like fucking Santa Claus because I had one of these huge IKEA bags and I was like carrying legit 7 packages. I sold 7 packages. Yay me. I'm selling books and shit. So, and minerals and my old cards and stuff. So I was carrying my empty IKEA bag and walked a different path. So where I used to walk with my dog, just to kind of take in the fresh air. It was midnight almost, and I decided to take these packages at like 11:40 p.m. just so nobody sees me and just so I don't look like a Santa Claus, because it's right in front of a supermarket, and today is Monday and yesterday was just perfect timing for me because I am an avoidant of people just because of all these trust issues that I have, right? And I was walking slowly, taking my time, just like as if I was walking my really old dog. Like, it takes time. It's just like walking with a toddler, really. It takes ages. So I took ages because I needed that cheat code, ghost town vibes, GTA San Andreas, right? And just thinking at 1,000 kilometers per hour. And I saw on the asphalt, I saw these spots, and it looked like a face of a dog. And when I turned around, because I was like, huh, you know, I know by now that whenever I see something in my peripheral move, I know it has moved. I'm very trained. I'm a sniper. Almost. Not certified. But in that sense of seeing everything. And I saw this outline of a doggy face and I was like, oh my god, Aisha. And I took 2 steps forward and I turned around and I just lost it in the sea of other spots because it's just a part of asphalt, right? And I don't know if I'll ever see it again. Even though it's a small stretch, it's really about the composition and the right spot, and I don't know where I saw it. I didn't take note of that. But it's not much space, but I'll probably never find it just because it was such a intuitive signal to look down and enjoy the moment and remember that she is with me, right? So for anybody that's going through losing loved ones in any way, my condolences. I'm really sorry if anybody has passed away. We all have our own timeline of grieving, and also grieving includes these small little moments where you are forced to by spirit, probably their spirit, to see certain things just because it activates those intuitive parts of you where you start trusting your inner child again, and your inner child starts trusting you again. And it's this beautiful transformation of everything happening in divine timing. So it's not about fostering any kind of anger or resentment towards the situation or things left unspoken, because in my belief, in my theory, certain souls stay around so you can complete certain missions together, and they are your spirit guide. And I'm highly aware that my doggy is my spirit guide because I told her she will be. Because she's not a turtle. She's not gonna live longer than me. And I've been preparing for that for years. And when the time came, I was prepared, but I still had a lot of emotion to be let out. And a lot of that emotion had to wait because I was in a very toxic relationship. And even though other people have shifted my grieving timeline, I'm still entitled to cry on camera at 39-minute marker if I want to, right? Because this is how her name and her story can also live on for as many years any biblical or Quranic or, you know, Torah person has ever lived, like Abraham and shit like that, you know. It's about keeping their essence alive still. And just because I talked to my dog like she was human, because to me she was more than human and humane, she was also a secret keeper, and now she is the guardian of my heart. And this happened this January 2026. And not just that, I was very, very depressed. I still am, actually, for those who care. But it's, you know, depression is a different topic. It's kind of like a lifelong struggle of fighting that demon, right? Of keeping on kicking your feet so you don't drown in the vast oceans of depression. That's how I see depression. It's like, getting to the shore is probably far, and I don't know where, because all I see is water sometimes, but I know I have to keep kicking. I know I have to keep my head above water just so I can give these messages out to you, right? It would be quite unfair for most of the people that love me to have taken a shortcut out of this embodiment, because I understand now, in these past couple of 2 to 3 months, it feels like I have grown the 20 years I didn't even look at, or 15 or 10 years I haven't even looked at hindsight. This is for those that resonates with, but the dragons are awakening. I'm seeing a dragon in the clouds, and it's like, yeah, now it looks like a bear, like a black bear, like a nice bear, like a pet me type of bear. But yeah, it's speaking of grieving timelines and toxic relationships, collective, I will never give up on you. I will never not tell you like it is, and not tell you how I feel and who I am, just in different storylines, because you might resonate with this, just because we have been forced many times to be what we are in, and this was the last time that anybody has ever affected that. And we are getting rid of it energetically, collectively. As you're tuning into this message, you're also being released and freed as you cry with me, or yell with me, or cuss out people with me, right? You are releasing with me as well. And it's a strong word, but I'm gonna use it. I hated the fact that I will probably transmit certain energies towards you guys. And I'm sorry if you feel my energy. I'm trying to keep it way over here. But sometimes that's the easiest way for me to connect with you guys, just because, you know, even though the stories aren't the same, they're similar sometimes in that frequency where you're this loving person, and no matter what you do, it's never enough for people around you. It's never, like nothing you can do will ever change the fact that they're a dick or a bitch. And it's been a long journey to realize that you and I collective, we're not the dick and we're not the bitch. We were just very, very, very self-preserving in this rhythm of life. Let's see if this works. So we've been very persevering in this rhythm of life, that yes, we have signed our contracts as we were incarnating in spirit, right? We have traversed through many, many different portals and gateways and whatnots through the universe to come here to help the evolution of the earth and the reconnection back to Christ consciousness. However, a lot of people don't understand what that means, and the division that comes from different nationalities and you know, countries and places of the world. You know, the crows are supporting all of us, even if, you know, one's Muslim, one's Christian, one's Hindu, whatever. We are all going towards Christ consciousness, because what that is just self-awareness. And a lot of people around us were thriving off the fact that we were unaware of our surroundings, our powers, our emotions, our potency of emotions, I'm hearing as well. Stuff is like popping. We having spirits in here? Yeah, highly likely. Did I put this card back and just picked it back out? Transformation. Okay, I'm sorry. I should never put you back in. Yeah, I was putting them back. Oh my god. Yeah, so let's put them back in. We got transformation again. So this is, of course, not just any old transformation. This is the transformation that nobody comes back from unscathed if they hurt you. And it's like, you had your time to apologize. You had your time to say your piece. And now we're gonna start. We're gonna start this journey right here, right now, and join the others in the collective of light workers, because, well, we're not petty. We're just kind of done with this shit. And we're here to expose pretty much every fallen angel on the dark side. Yeah, 47. That's 11 actually, yeah. Thank you, masters. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know what else. I think the channel has kind of closed. Thank you, everybody, especially the spirit guides around me. Let's get one of these fortune cookie papers. Not gonna look. I got two though. Is two okay, collective? Should be. The first one is, a new friendship will enchant you. So, collective, you're getting new friends. Ain't that like the best? Like, you're going to be able to leave a whole group of mean people, dark people behind, and magnetize through your transformation a whole new timeline of people. They're just higher frequency, higher vibrating. They have aspirations. They understand when to step in and what to say. Like, they're not going to put you down. They're not going to mock you or make you feel undeserving of anything, because you are the most deserving of all the love that you get. And next up we have, you are full of energy. Adversaries cannot harm you. And that's true, because without that transformation you have gone through, you wouldn't be able. You would still be doing the same thing, joining the same people. And with these new friends, you're able to also get new soulmates and new energy, and you're gonna feel revitalized in so many different parts of yourself. There was a group of 3 birds and then another group of 2 birds, and I thought about the 3 and the 2 of cups when I saw them. So for a part of the collective, it's a new group of friends or a new friend, somebody that you can trust and you just feel it intuitively. And then for a different part of the collective listening to this, you're getting a whole new soulmate, like a whole being of love and light that is here to share and exchange everything that you're willing to put into a person that you love fully, like that ride or die, together forever type of thing. And that's so beautiful, collective. I love you so much. Last but not least, listen with your heart. You're listening to what is being said to you, but you need to listen with a loving heart. 50-50 was on the timer, so this was needed for somebody that listened all the way to the end. Stay safe if you're driving while listening, but maybe you need to re-listen to this message. Maybe I need to re-listen this message, rehear. What the fuck am I even saying? Yeah, you know, it's this timeline that's closing out where you haven't been empathetic enough towards yourself up until this point, and now you are also listening to yourself with that loving heart you always had for others. Peace and blessings. Love you guys.